What can we trade? Stocks, options, futures, Forex, so cash Forex, indices, CFDs. These are like futures on single stocks, not available in the US, but a lot of people outside the US trade them. Spot commodities, bonds, futures, options, mutual funds, warrants, bags are like combos, so advanced options orders, and crypto. So all of this is accessible to you in a few lines of code within Python, okay? And when you're trading with Omega, everything is logged in the Omega database. So if I go into, I'll just show you two of the tables.
Yeah, this is important, guys, because this is beautiful. This is insane. This is
Yes,
yep.
I agree. So for risk management, you want to know what you're trading, right? And Omega will track all of your executions, and it will automatically track your account value as well. Other things too, like here's all the orders that I've done, 511 orders. Um, this tracks the entire order life cycle. So an order life cycle has 5 or 6 steps, but the cool one here is the executions. So we get the actual execution ID off of the exchange. We get the ID that tracks it to the contract, the commission, the currency, the account number I traded in, the symbol, the exchange I executed on. Notice that we are not selling order flow. Interactive Brokers does not sell order flow to Citadel like Robinhood does, like Alpaca does, like all your favorite brokers. They all sell your order flow. It's called pay for flow or pay for order flow. Interactive Brokers gives you best execution straight to the exchange. The side, the number of shares, the price that you traded at, the liquidation value, the cumulative quantity, the average price, etc. The other thing that we have here is order reference. I don't track order reference in my own trading because I'm only trading one strategy at the moment, but you can track the actual strategy that you're trading as well. And that goes into this order reference field. The other thing that we track automatically is your NAV history. So typically you've got to go into your broker, download your portfolio value, if you can even get it for some amount of time, stitch it all together. We get this in a database. So for this account, if I go to, I've deposited,
This is a live account too, by the way, right?
this is my live account. You're looking at my live account number, which is probably dangerous, but it's okay. Um,
Just pretend
so
that's not there.
yeah, exactly. Just pretend that's something else. In September, my account was about 66K, right? And then the next day I deposited another 66K or so, 50K. So my account was about 111,000. Over time, as of the last time I opened a Mega, which was in June, my account was 426K. So in about a year, I 4x'd my live account. And you'll notice that I've got a couple columns here. So the total account value, the total long value, and then the total short. So this minus means that I am actually on margin. And you'll note the date I went long on margin is the 4th, which some of you might recognize as on or around the tariff liberation day. So when the market was tanking, I went heavy and I actually started buying on margin according to my algos, and I'm still buying on margin. And now things have worked out well in this case, and my account is about 4x. Okay. So this is very important to get your actual account history because then you can track your account history and your performance alongside of your back tests, right? That is very important because then you can see, you can calibrate your back test to your live performance and tweak where necessary. So this is automatic. This syncs up automatically. Every time you load Omega, it will rebuild this history. And these are only 3 columns. We can add many, many more columns. So this is the tracking. So that's what I wanted to show as far as the Omega, and I'll just cover QS research
I
quickly
think the
here.
biggest thing for the QS research is,
Back test.
yeah, well, they just want to see like the config file, how that links up
Okay.
with the ML and ML flow, that sort of
Uh,
thing.
Okay, so O1, O2, O3, O4 are actual examples. We'll do some reorganization of this eventually, but QS research, all of the kind of nitty-gritty code is kind of back here. This is all the preprocessors, the portfolio analytics, the workflow engines, the XGBoost. It's all written, all configurable. So these are just examples. So I think if I do the ML strategy, it was this one. Yes. Okay. So this is an entire strategy. And here you can have any number of predictor columns that you want. This is how machine learning and trading actually works. In our case, we are going to use one predictor column, which is our QS momentum factor. This is the closing price, QS momentum factor. It's a 250-day long-term momentum with a 1 month mean reversion penalty normalized by 126 days. Okay, so it's a lot, but that's our momentum factor, and we cover this in the program. This is basically the entire configuration of the factor. So you've got this kind of Polars function going on here, and then this is the configuration of the backtest. So this is a big dictionary, which makes it super easy just to fill in what differences you want. So this is all for ML flow tracking. So yes, we are tracking an ML flow, which I showed you. This is the name of the strategy. This is the name of the run. And this is what shows up kind of here, right? These are the runs. So these are mapping. These are aligning up. Go back to research. And then the tag. So this is all just MLflow metadata that we're tracking. Here's the actual backtest parameters. So start on 2025. So 1 year about backtest, end date here, $1 million capital base. Here's the bundle that we're using. This comes from QS Automate. This is the FMP bundling process that we showed you. Yeah, here's the benchmark, Matt. This is the default, which is SPY. 3-year window of time to calculate our metrics, et cetera, et cetera. Here's the backtest function. So this is all configurable. So we create a rebalance schedule. We create a transaction cost model. None of this you have to change, by the way. Like you have to change 1 or 2 of these things, not all of this.
Yeah, and we'll actually give you what we're running in our hedge fund as part of kind of the package because, you know, especially if you're a beginner, I know we got a bunch of questions from beginners. The best part about this is that like we're going to give you what we actually do and we're going to teach you how to run it so that way you know kind of what it's doing. And if you're a beginner, that's great because then you don't have to modify anything. And then as you get more comfortable with Python and you start to want to change things around or test make new experiments, as you build that confidence, you'll be able to do that.
Yep. Preprocessors here. So this is just a way to preprocess and screen the universe, make sure that the data is ready for backtesting, et cetera. So it's all configurable, and then the rest of this is just running. So we've embedded this into the automated orchestration system, but you can also run it locally separately as well. And then this is all the performance statistics that you saw in MLflow. Okay. All right. Let me give it back to you.
Okay.
Stop
All
share.
right. Well, thanks. Let's give a round of a round of applause for Jason. That was a heck of a demo.
Yeah.
We were not lying when we told you that we wanted to share everything that we're doing inside of the hedge fund. And the best part about it is, while Jason kind of uncovered everything, you don't need to know all of that level of technicality. I know we got a few comments saying this looks complex. It is complex, but you can take it as far as you want to go. If you just want to run the strategies that we're running, it makes it super simple. It's just like 1 or 2 lines of code, and Jason's got it all automated. So, anyways, thanks again for that, Jason. Thank you for giving
Pleasure.
us such a detailed explanation. All right, guys. Now, remember, the only thing holding you back from reaching your full algorithmic trading potential is 2 things, okay? Nope, it's not my ML flow screen, which I will show you guys in a few minutes. Now, if you want to compete with hedge funds or you just want to succeed with algorithmic trading as a solo trader, then you need to have the algorithmic trading strategies and the professional tools that they actually use. If you have those 2 things, you're going to be set up for success. The problem is that every individual trader lacks these. We lacked it too. That's when we started building our hedge fund. The big guys, they're going to stop at nothing to protect their secrets. All right. So they're not going to share a lick. They won't even show you any of the stuff that we just shared with you. Now, fortunately, we have a solution. This is 18 months of development to give you the best algorithmic trading strategies and the professional grade tools possible. That's so you can compete at an unfair game using the exact system that we're using in our live hedge fund. Remember, one system, three pillars. That's what this is all about. And that's so you can stack the odds in your favor and win at an unfair game. Okay. Question. If I had a way for us to work together to transform you from a complete beginner into a pro algorithmic trader and grow your investments with our exact hedge fund trading software, would you be interested in that? Drop a yes or a no in chat. And here, I got to open up my chat. It seems to have disappeared. Is anybody saying yes?
Couple.
Or are they all no's? They don't want to, they don't want to.
We got a no, but I think hopefully that was a joke.
Yeah, if you are a no, you can probably leave the presentation now. We want
Yeah,
to focus on the yeses,
that's
the
right.
people who are excited about this. All right. I'm proud to introduce the third announcement today, introducing the Quant Science Pro Algorithmic Trader System with Python. Okay. Now, learning how to start and scale your trading alone is tough. And that's why our system starts with live coaching and mentorship with Jason and Matt. Here's what's inside. So the Quant Science Pro Algorithmic Trader System has two levels. The first, it starts with level one, which is the algorithmic trading foundations. And level one helps complete beginners build their algorithmic trading fundamentals and their trading skills. That's needed for level two, which is professional grade tools. This is where you learn how to automate, deploy, scale your algorithmic trading system. We'll focus on level one first. So level one starts with developing algorithmic trading strategies. For that, we have live clinic number one, which is the QS Trading Strategy and Development Clinic. Inside, you will get our 5-step framework for profitable trading, learn our top 3 algorithmic trading strategies, trade 1, a volatility targeting with auto rebalancing strategy, trade 2, momentum factor with auto rebalancing, trade number 3, the algorithmic crack spread versus refiner, and Jason and myself live for an hour and a half. So inside, you're going to learn how we generate thousands of ideas from 3 core trading strategies. We use this system, and this is how we develop literally thousands of strategies. Next is back testing the strategies. For that, we have live clinic number 2, the Quant Scientist Backtesting and Trade Analysis Clinic. Inside, you will get a detailed walkthrough of event-based backtesting. You'll get back-tested portfolio strategies with Zipline Reloaded. You will learn how to avoid mistakes in backtesting. These are common mistakes that we all face, and you're going to get Jason and myself live for an hour and a half. So inside, you're going to get a full workshop on how to correctly apply backtesting to multiple trading strategies. And you're going to use past data to determine if a strategy makes money by skill or by luck. Next is managing your risk. And for that, we have the live clinic number 3, our risk management and portfolio protection clinic. Inside, you're going to get a detailed walkthrough of key performance and risk metrics. You're going to get risk analysis of our trades with Pyfolio Reloaded. You're going to learn which KPIs actually matter and which ones to avoid. You're going to learn when to iterate using our core key risk levels and how to go directly into paper trading. And you're also going to get Jason and me live for an hour and a half. Okay. Inside of this workshop, you're going to learn how to manage risk. These are things like strategy and performance, benchmark comparison, statistical analysis, transactional analysis, factor analysis, and you're going to also learn how no single metric tells the entire story. You're going to get our 3 key risk and performance frameworks all inside of this clinic. Next is executing your trades. And for that, we have live clinic number 4, which is the QS live trade execution and advanced backtesting clinic. Inside, you're going to get a detailed walkthrough of how to execute and manage your trades. You're going to get 1 new trade, a multi-asset trading strategy, 1 new backtesting technique that gives you 100x faster backtesting, and Jason and myself live for an hour and a half. Okay, now that you've learned the basics of how hedge funds actually do algorithmic trading, next, it's time to get your hands on professional grade tools. So for that, we have level 2, which is professional grade tools. First, you're going to need to set up your quant database, and that's what Jason had showed you, right? With the quantamental database. For that, we have live clinic number 5, which is build your Python-powered quantum mental trading system. Inside, you're going to build your high performance quantum mental database. That's going to have, you're going to integrate financial data APIs. You're going to ingest price and fundamental data for over 90,000 equities and ETFs. You're going to automate zipline bundling, blend a universe, including equities and ETFs, develop advanced universe selection and pre-processing pipelines, monitor, track, and manage over 500 cached files. And we're going to see this inside. So first, inside of this, what we do is we cover how to set up your new high performance quantum mental trading database that contains over 90,000 equities. So if you see this screenshot here, that's what Jason was showing you earlier, where we've got that QS Connect database and we've got all of these different statements in here that's going to capture all the information we need to know from both a price and fundamental standpoint. You're going to have 19 million rows of historical open, high, low, close volume price data and over 30 years of fundamental data. So that's income statements, cash flow statements, balance sheet, key ratios, both on a quarterly scale and on annual performance. Next, you're going to discover how to manage your high performance quantum mental database. So inside, you're going to learn how to handle those 500 cache files of price and fundamental data, how to perform automatic data integrity checks in one line of code. We've already set it up for you. And you're going to be able to clean up messy data with our battle-tested pre-processing pipelines. We're big on templates. We want to give you exactly what we're doing so there's no guesswork. You can just use what we want. And if you want to customize it, you can. We're also going to automate zipline bundling for you in one line of code. Again, that was a huge pain point with some of our initial students. We've now cleaned that up. And just zipline bundle from FMP tables is one example of how we did this. One line of code, super simple, right? Inside of this, you get everything you need to build and manage your own high performance quantum mental trading database of over 90,000 equities and ETFs. Now, next, you need to set up your quant research lab so that way you can do back testing and strategy research at scale. Okay, so for that, we have live clinic number 6, which is our edge discovery and validation clinic using your own quant research lab. Inside, you're going to discover how to develop and test hundreds of factor and ML experiments. So that's going to be these things over here. So I've got my ML set up. You're going to learn how to create different kind of buckets in here of different strategies, and you're going to create multiple strategies. So for example, momentum ML strategy, I've got tons and tons of strategies in here. Okay. So you're going to learn how to do that. You're also going to learn how to combine data pre-processing pipelines, algorithms, and portfolio construction all into your own config files. You're going to implement price factor strategies. You're going to merge price and fundamental factor strategies. You're going to integrate long, short, volatility-based position sizing, backtest out of sample factor strategies, and uncover how to do statistical analysis, alpha generation analysis, experiment tracking, and performance comparison for hundreds of algorithmic trading strategies. Just real quick, this is kind of what that looks like. So ML Flow has some really cool capabilities. One that I want to share is the ability to track all of your all of these different strategies that you have. I have a bunch that aren't shown. There's a couple here just to kind of simplify things. But what you're looking for is we want to see which portfolios are giving us the best characteristics that we want to explore further for production, right? Out of hundreds of strategies that I've tested, typically, 1 or 2 or 3 are going to do well, and the other 97 or so are going to suck. And we see that. A lot of these have fairly low performance, but then you find one that's really good. And then that way you have everything you need in order to be able to explore that further. All the artifacts that Jason had talked about previously, the config file that was used to create that, and the whole history is tracked. So I can take that right into production. In fact, if I want to pull that in, I can pull that in with Python. I can explore even further the performance, the drawdowns, the relative performance to a benchmark. Here we can see this blue line is our strategy, our portfolio strategy. It's doing much better than the S&P 500 benchmark. Okay, you can see all the statistics and everything. You can get all of that in Python as well. Okay. So that's what we're talking about here. That's why it's really important to have this. Okay. So inside of this, You're going to learn the easy way to set up over 20 plus year back test for any algorithmic trading strategy. The secret sauce is, again, these config files. We give you hours if you don't want to mess around and pick your own strategies. But as you get more confidence, you can adjust these strategies, change the functions, change the parameters, add machine learning into it. And we teach you how to do that here. Spoiler. So you get all of that. You get your own quant research experiment tracking platform, and you discover how to track and compare hundreds of these algorithmic trading strategies so that way you can take the right ones into production. You can also drill into any experiment details and extract the artifacts, which are the important files. And you can track the statistical analysis, the alpha generation analysis, and backtest performance for hundreds of these strategies. Okay. And that is really important because without that, you can't take the best strategies into production. It's virtually impossible with Jupyter notebooks. I know, I've tried, and it's tough. Also, if you eventually go to the next level, which is creating your own hedge fund where you've got a team of people. I know most of you guys are probably don't aspire. You might be solo traders. You know, it's great for solo trading, but it's also great if you work with teams as well. Everything that you need to confidently take your algorithmic trading strategies into production. All right, so next you're going to need predictive machine learning strategies. We didn't talk a whole lot about that in this clinic or in this workshop, but that's really important. And that's one of the things that I'm best suited for, one of my strengths. So for that, we have our live clinic number 7, which is Advanced Machine Learning for Trading 2.0. This solves that problem of I struggle with predicting future price movements problem. You're going to uncover advanced feature engineering for machine learning strategies, make hundreds of predictive ML strategies, combine price and fundamental data inside of predictive ML strategies, backtest the machine learning strategies the right way without overfitting, and you're going to avoid that cardinal sin. You're also going to discover hyperparameter tuning for ML trading and perform statistical analysis for your predictive machine learning strategies. Okay. So inside of this, I share my 15 years of data science experience so you can use my machine learning strategies to grow your investments. And this is my actual 8-step machine learning for trading process that we go through in detail in this clinic. Inside, you're going to learn how to use machine learning prediction in your experiments. So this is an example of one of the functions. We give you these pre-built functions so you can just use them out of the box. You're going to get our ready to go functions to make hundreds of engineered features for machine learning. So this is a more advanced strategy than what Jason showed you today. This is one that we teach in the program where we're including lots of different features like technical indicators, fundamental features, and more. You're going to discover how to add hundreds of fundamental features inside your predictive strategies, things like debt to equity ratio, current ratio, price to book ratio, return on equity, return on assets, interest coverage, create your own custom scores like a Buffett score, and add that into your strategies. We provide out-of-the-box support for the best machine learning libraries, including XGBoost, scikit-learn, and H2O automated machine learning. This is everything you need to develop, track, and compare hundreds of predictive ML strategies. And then finally, last but certainly not least, you need the advanced deployment and orchestration for automated trading. This is the whole shebang. This is exactly what you need to run this so everything runs in your sleep. Okay. So for that, we have live clinic number 8, advanced strategy deployment, execution monitoring, and multi-strategy orchestration. Inside, you learn the exact production execution pipeline from our hedge fund. We actually give that to you. So everything that Jason showed you today, we hand it to you on a platter. You discover multi-strategy orchestration, implement a strategy watcher to watch your strategies, set up automatic P&L or profit and loss reporting, get real-time monitoring and alerts, orchestrate automated rebalancing workflows, implement order execution and fail-safe logic for order fills. And inside, you're going to uncover the exact trading strategy deployment from our hedge fund. Now, this is the old Luigi platform. We have just upgraded for cohort 11, right, Jason? We've got now prefect that we're going to give them everything.
What we showed today.
And that's exactly what we showed today.
A lot easier to use.
All brand new, all much better, much easier to use with those decorator things. It's beautiful. So you're going to automate your trading strategy dependencies. You're not going to use Luigi. You're going to use prefect. And think of it like Luigi 2.0 or much better than Airflow or any of these other orchestration libraries. You're going to monitor your running tasks and scale up with multiple workers. You're going to set up tasks for executing trades and rebalancing your portfolio. And then you're going to turn on an Omega strategy water for monitoring your trades. So remember that second database that Jason showed you. That was the Omega database. We're going to show you how to watch that and be able to get alerts and be able to see exactly what's happening. Beautiful. And you're also going to discover multi-strategy orchestration. So if you can imagine, you've got many different strategies. You can run these actually in parallel. So you can test, instead of waiting for an hour for a backtest strategy to run, you can run them on multiple workers, all with prefect. Everything you need to run your own algorithmic trading strategies on autopilot. Now, do you guys mind if I give you some bonuses? I am big on bonuses, by the way, guys. So give me a thumbs up if you'd prefer some bonuses. Now, truth be told, the program's valuable, but the bonuses, what I like to do is a little bit different than what everybody else does. I like to give you even more value in the bonuses than what the program is. Okay.
That's Matt's MO, right?
So first, if you're a complete beginner, I know it can be tough to get started. I was there with you. I am not a quant by trade. So bonus number one is our Python for algorithmic trading software and live order execution fast track. So Jason put this together and it's awesome. It's very beginner friendly. You get the Quant Scientist Python stack installed. You create an account with interactive brokers. You set up the trader workstation. You connect Python to your trader workstation, and you execute a paper trading strategy risk-free, all from Python. And you do that within the first 4 hours. Like it's literally like half a day of work. All right. It's awesome. Um, so Python trading setup. This is we teach you how to get the Python Quant Scientist stack installed. These are a few of the libraries that are in the Python Quant stack. They can be really challenging to get up, especially get up and running with, especially if you're a beginner. We teach you how to. We've been through it for over a year and a half with our last program, and I'd like to think that we're pretty good at getting this thing installed now.
We are, Matt. Don't be modest.
And then once you have it correctly set up, then we teach you how to get Python connected to your trading account. Okay, so that's the next step. We teach you how to get interactive brokers set up the right way and everything so you can actually execute your trades. Then next, it's tough to build a high performance quant database from scratch. So I do know because I thought it was going to take me like maybe 3 weeks to build. Took me 6 months. Okay. And that's even with AI and that's with ChatGPT helping me build. Probably would have taken me like 2 years if I didn't have AI, but it still took me about 6 months to build the infrastructure. So that's why we're going to give you bonus number two, our proprietary quant database software. So this is what's going to help you unlock 90,000 equities and ETFs, 30 years of fundamental data, 90 million rows of price data, cache file management, high-speed database, automatic zipline bundling, Yahoo Finance and FMP API integration. And this is literally a $10,000 value. And we're going to give you lifetime access to it for free. Next, it can be challenging to track and manage hundreds of algorithmic trading experiments. Okay. So for that, we're going to give you bonus number three, our proprietary quant research lab software. That's the complete A to Z quant research lab workflow. We're going to give you that. You're going to learn how to do, or you're going to get statistical analysis of alpha, returns, and performance metrics. It unlocks 10 plus built-in feature engineering tools. We're going to give you our pre-built stuff to make things super simple for you. We're going to give you zipline backtest automation very easily. MLflow experiment tracking and artifact bundling is already set up for you. It includes first class machine learning integration with scikit-learn, XGBoost, and H2O. Everything you need to manage literally thousands of trading strategies and experiments. This is, again, a $10,000 value. It took us a ton of time, several months. Took me like another 6 months to build this one. Finally, you can have the best trading strategy in the world, but you'll still lose money if it doesn't get executed properly. And that's why the toughest challenge of all is one that we haven't talked about yet. It's called the last mile. So what is that? It's actually executing your trades. So for that, we're going to give you bonus number four, our proprietary trade execution software. This is 1,000 software development hours went into building this, and this is Jason's baby. He built this from the ground up. It streamlines trade execution, has 32 API connections between Python and interactive brokers, SQL database trade logging, real-time profit and loss, target percent positions, automatic portfolio rebalancing, and this is literally a $10,000 value. So we're giving you $30,000 in software for free. It's so good that we call it a hedge fund in a box, and it's literally our hedge fund's secret sauce. All right, guys, so here's everything you're getting today. You're getting 8 clinics. Remember, it's divided into level 1, which is clinics 1 through 4. This is the foundational series. This is where you learn our top 3 strategies: zipline backtesting, risk management, KPIs, vectorized backtesting. Then level 2, we're giving you this. This is where we crank it up a notch, take the training wheels off and give you our pro grade tools, our high performance trading database, our edge discovery quant research lab, our machine learning for trading 2.0, and automated deployment and monitoring. We're also going to give you our 4 bonuses listed here: our quant science algorithmic trading setup and fast track. Our bonus number 2, our QS Connect database software. Bonus number 3, our QS research strategy software. And bonus number 4, our Omega trade execution software. Literally a $50,000 plus value right here. Now, you might be asking yourself, what's it like being in the program? Well, here are some real results of some of our prior cohorts. So let me introduce you to Leo. Leo says it's very much more a scientific way of looking at investing. You can have an algorithm pick the right stocks for a specific strategy out of thousands of possible stocks. That's just crazy. You might look at Jason in quant finance as how you look at Matt for data science. I am really amazed about his knowledge and the way he can explain stuff even to guys like me that don't have a finance background. I am now thinking on strategies and very much look forward to the added data science and very promising Omega app that Jason is building. And in the first 13 days of paper trading, I'm guessing a screenshot of the results will be part of the presentation. And did I mention that Leo was up 11.5% in his first 13 days of trading with us? Amazing. Jason was up $7,600 or 7.6% in 14 days of trading. Doc was up 5.6% returns in 7 days. Brew was up over 3.68%. Ethan was up over 15% in 10 days. This is amazing from David Stevens. He says, I had no background in finance. My cumulative returns are 25%. My financial planner didn't even come close to that. Now, won't this take a long time? Macau was up over $5,000 in a day. Ricardo was up 2.4% or $2,300 in 2 days. Masa was up $2,800 in 4 days. Don't you need a large account size to make this work? Well, you actually don't. GCL NYC was up over $1,300 on an initial 10K investment in just a week. Jim was up $534 or 5.3% on an initial 10K. And it's about trading together and getting the support that you need. So here's some stories of some of the guys that have been in this with us. The depth of technical trading knowledge is exactly what I was looking for. This is Doc Two Stone, aka Joey. We all go by like call names in our Discord channel. This gives me the confidence that I'm able to do better. This is Adam. So his confidence is growing through the program. This is what happens when students work together. So Ethan actually found a modification to one of our trading strategies that worked better. And then he shared that in our channel, and Jonathan took it and he actually ran a 5-year back test on it. And he says, wow, this worked way better. He's up over almost 2.5x with that strategy. There's no finance background required. We'll even cover everything to get Python installed for beginners. So we really do focus on beginners, especially in the first level of the program. Now, I know you guys have options. All right. So if you decide to go with another program like this one, this is the Certificate in Quant Finance program from the CQF Institute. How many of you guys have ever heard of this one? All right. This is a very prestigious program. So we actually analyzed it. So Jason and I took a look at it and dove in. And what they did is they took a wide range of foundational topics in quant finance and machine learning and wrapped them into a curriculum. So you can see here things like building blocks of quantitative finance, risk and return, equities and currencies, data science and machine learning 1, data science and machine learning 2, fixed income and credit. And that's how they broke up their system. Okay. Then what they did was they tacked on exams and real world projects. Okay. And quote unquote real world projects. Now keep in mind, the real test isn't if you can complete exams or real world projects, it's can you make money from the market? We know that, and that's why we do trading competitions instead of exams or projects. And they don't even give you proprietary software to give you an edge for generating alpha. We do. And by the way, did I mention that the full program of theirs is $23,000? So you see here, this is right off their website. If you do it before the 15th of May, it's 23,000. If it's after the 15th of May, 24,000. Okay. That's for their level 1 and level 2. But guess what? You don't have to pay the $23,000 that other programs are charging. We have a special launch price today of only $4,999. Now listen, Jason and I had a choice when designing this, okay? We could let hundreds of people in and give no one any support, or we could limit it to 50 to 25 people so we could actually answer questions and give you the live support you need as mentors. Jason and I, we went with the latter option. So we're only letting 25 people into the next Quant Science Pro cohort. And I believe as of yesterday, at least, or this morning, when I checked it, I think 17 spots are already filled. Yeah, so it's already filling up. Now, do you guys mind if I give you one more bonus? Give me a thumbs up if you want one more bonus.
Bonus.
Anybody want one more bonus? All right. All right. I want to reward the fast action takers, okay? So after this is actually should be Saturday. After Saturday, we're really going to be charging $4,999 for anyone who wants into our new level 1 and level 2 program, okay? But if you do it before this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern, Jason and I are going to give you an additional $1,000 discount, okay? So that means you can get in today for only $3,999, okay? And remember, that's 83% less than the cost of their program. $23,000 for this, our program is 83% less expensive. Now, if you're going to be one of the first 25 people, please put a 1 in chat so Jason and I will know who we're going to be coaching later. Put a 1 in chat if you're going to be joining up with us. All right, Edward, there we go. Jerry, Amos, there we go. I was like, what? Nobody wants to join us? Okay. I think we're pretty nice guys. So I'm going to do a countdown to give everyone a fair shot. Remember, I think we have, let me check the actual numbers real quick here. I think we have 7 spots, 7 seats left. Okay. Let's look here. Yes, we're at 17 spots are now taken out of 25. So I'm going to give everybody a countdown, fair shot at getting in. So are you guys ready? I'm going to drop the link in 3, 2, 1. Okay, here is the link. Let me just open this up for you. I am going to also walk you through, give me a second to actually explain this for you guys. This is the most important thing on this is this launch discount. That's going to add, this is a coupon code. You need to enter that in down here. If it's not already applied, you won't get the $1,000 off. So just make sure you paste that in there. Okay. So all you do is you add it in, you hit the apply button, and that takes the $1,000 off. We also have, well, actually, let me just walk down through it. This is what you're getting today, just to recap. So everything that we had talked about. So we've got the level 1, which is our first 4 clinics plus these 2 bonuses. And that includes the fast track and the Omega software execution. And then also level 2, which is these 4 clinics and the proprietary QS Connect database software and the QS research strategy lab software. Okay. You put your name and email address in here. We do need your shipping in here. We're not going to send you anything, but because of some of these payment options, they require that. Okay. Also, this is important. So this thing right here, this little checkbox, it asks you if you would like lifetime access to all cohorts. So for if you select this, you're going to get an additional $500 off. It is at an additional fee. It's normally $1,500, but that membership unlocks lifetime access to the code, video, and resources for every cohort, past, present, and future. So if you want to get started today and you want to hop into the current cohort and get their videos, you can do that. Okay, you don't have to wait until the next cohort starts. Also, future cohorts, if you want to join future cohorts, because we continually update the program. An example of this, you guys are getting the prefect. The previous cohort is getting Luigi. So that's a huge, massive change. And we're going to have more changes like that in the future, I expect. So if you want access to those, just click this. It'll add that down here, this QS Plus membership. It's basically like you're getting it free. So just make sure you add this QS Pro launch 1000 discount in here. For whatever reason, it removed that. So just click the apply button and it'll knock that off. And you're going to get 1,000. You're going to save $1,000. Okay. We have all major order options, including credit card. We also have buy now, pay later. So if it's available in your area, you can do buy now, pay later with Klarna. You can spread it out over 24 payments, 18 payments, etc. And you can pick your different options there. Okay. Now, that is everything that you're getting today. You have until it's actually Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern. I need to adjust this, but it should say Saturday. Um, so we're going to be closing this at Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern. All right. Um, okay. So that is the program in a nutshell. Happy to answer any questions now. We'll take maybe another 10, 15 minutes to answer questions and get people signed up. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. And Jason, do we have any questions currently?
Couple. We had one around the access. So yes, I think Rick, you get. I don't know if you saw my response. Oh yeah, you said okay, I understand. So, question is, do you get access to the software? Yes, this is behind a private repository, so only our students get access to the repository. You get added as a collaborator, and you have lifetime access to all the stuff. Meeting recording of the meeting, typically we send those out if Matt gets enough emails asking for it. We always have people in the webinar asking for it, but we don't want to spam people in the email. So as long as I think Matt typically gets many emails asking for it. So yes, we'll send. Um, Question on a certificate. We can create a certificate. We don't have anything automated, but if you're looking for something, by all means, we
You want
can.
your work to pay for it or something, or
Yeah, we can generate invoices. We can generate certificates, whatever. Okay, so questions on the trading platform. Omega is the Python SDK that is integrated with interactive brokers. So the reason we like interactive brokers, number one, is they don't sell your order flow to high frequency trading hedge funds. Schwab does, Alpaca does, Robinhood does. That's why they trade for cheap or free. Interactive brokers is direct market access, DMA. They route directly to the exchanges, number one. Number two, cheapest commissions. I mean, you saw my transaction history. We're talking about like $1 per trade kind of thing. Cheap. And they've got the most access to the most markets, the most countries people can open accounts in, and the best API, full stop. So you can take the program and use another platform. And if you've got some code that integrates with those platforms, great. But Omega will only interact with interactive brokers. We always accept PRs. We actually had somebody in Discord today asking me if we accept PRs. Yes, we do. If you want to modify or alter some of the code, you can do so and submit a PR. Possible to register at a later cohort. How long will this be running? I mean, we're on the 11th cohort, Constantine, so we will plan to continue, but they do fill up fast, and then the
yeah.
bonuses and discounts go away. That's why we have the launch webinars. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, what I would say is we should probably throw up the schedule here. We don't have the exact schedule put together for cohort 11. Cohort 11 will start on Monday, August 25th. But you can see that these cohorts are pretty extensive. So this was the first time cohort 10 is the first one that we actually offered this whole level 2 training and the expanded level 1 training that you guys are getting. They started on June 2nd, okay? And this was the beta group. And you can see theirs ends August 15th. So it's basically like a 2.5 month program. So it will take about 3 months. So the next cohort after cohort 11 You figure 3 months, so from August, so it's basically September, October, November, and then so probably either December or realistically maybe even January for the next cohort. So if you do skip out on this cohort, you're probably waiting realistically until January for the next cohort, and we're going to run them essentially once a quarter. Okay. Um, the structure you can see here, this is what the structure looks like. So when you start, we're gonna have a kickoff on Monday. So if your kickoff is already scheduled, it's August 25th. And then each of the clinics are typically on Fridays. That's at 10 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so they're always 10 a.m. Eastern, and unless something changes, but typically 99.9% of the time it's 10 a.m. Eastern. That following Monday, then your first trading competition will begin. So imagine that you're in the program right now. We get the kickoff on August 25th. The following Friday, we'll have our first clinic, and you'll already have gone through the fast track. You'll have everything set up for that first clinic. And then we're going to give you our top 3 strategies. And then what we do, this is the real power of the program. We're actually going to get you that intuition and the reps because we start a trading competition. Now, this is a friendly competition. We aren't actually trying to like beat each other, but you're just trying to do your best and you're trying to grow your investments over the next week. Okay. Then what we do is we'll have a clinic number 2. Typically, this will be on a Friday. I have it highlighted here because for the summer, we did it on Thursday. I think there was a conflict for whatever reason, but typically it's on a Friday. We give you more skills, back testing, and then you trade them. Usually we will have a week break intermixed in there, and that's just to like give you some time to get caught up. It's really good for, I think, the beginners too, who need the additional help, making sure they got the software installed and those sorts of things. All clinics are recorded, so you get the code, you get the recording, you get access to all of the libraries too. So like Omega, QS Research. So for example, let me do Omega. So this is the Omega library. We've been training students on these since cohort 2, I believe. And you can see we have, hundreds of students in here. You get added as a collaborator. Okay. What that means is you get full access to read the repository, to fork it, to download it using this pip install command. You can actually install that software. You get access to it. Okay. So you'll see here, there is a lockbox. So that's what this is right here. This thing is a lockbox, means that it's not open source. Okay. So if you're familiar with like pandas, that's an open source library. You cannot get access to this until you join the program, but we give it to you for free as part of the program. So that way you have the exact software that we run in our hedge fund. Okay. So then you're going to be trading with it. You're going to be learning how to execute trades with it, do risk management. Always, as we give you skills, then you always use those in live trading. We do ask that you use a paper trading account while you are in the program. That is to trade risk-free. Once you leave the program, you'll have all the knowledge and everything set up to go live. But while you're in the program, we do want you to use paper trading to trade risk-free. The reason being is if you mess something up, then now's the time to learn and to adjust, to make the adjustments, because you don't want to do that. You don't want to make mistakes when you're in live trading. Jason and I know this from experience. We've been doing this a long time. We learned the hard way. Don't do what we did. We're gonna set you up for success. Um, we do currently have a bonus clinic that you'll get access to too. We did not mention this, but there's an advanced machine learning 1.0. We do plan on running that for cohort 11. Then there's usually a 1 week break, and then we start off for clinic number 2. It'll be a Monday kickoff, and then the first Friday we're giving you access to the tools, the software, and then more trading competitions. So that's kind of how it works. Figure each one of these cohorts are 3 months-ish, so 1 quarter. And it's really powerful. You get all the software we're using in our hedge fund, and we teach you how to use it. So that way you know what you're doing and you're very confident on how to use it. We don't just cut you loose with our software. We want to actually educate you and teach you how to do it the right way. Okay. Okay. Um, all right. Any other questions that we have? Anything that we haven't answered, Jason?
Well, I would ask, where can you get information about the membership plan? Just what's the question? Right now is the time to get the answers.
Yeah,
And
if he's
then
talking about this thing's very important if
okay.
you want the so this gives you plus membership. Plus membership means that you get access to, so if I go to university dot quant science. So when I log in, if I type in cohort, okay, so you guys are signing up for cohort 11. Okay, so you'll get these two. This one by default, cohort 11, level 1, and then level 2. Okay. But what happens if you want immediate access? Okay. Cohort 10. If you sign up for Plus program, you also have access to cohort 10. What happens if eventually when cohort 12 comes out in next January, you want to join that too? Maybe there's a big update that we've just made and you want to learn about it. Well, Plus program gets you access to that as well. So that's what the Plus program is. It is an additional fee because there's more management on our part, and we have to be able to orchestrate all of that. But you do get $500 off if you don't check this box. Then and you want to join that, you can always do so later, but it's going to cost you $1,500. Okay, if you want that. Okay, and then remember, guys, there is this coupon code to save you $1,000 today. Okay. So just enter the coupon code, hit the apply button, and you'll see you've saved $1,000.
And Flip, just to specify, Omega supports all the instruments I showed. One of our core strategies that we teach is a crack spread strategy, which uses features to basically generate a signal. More people are comfortable with stocks, so we show how to use that signal to trade the stock. Plus, we don't really have time to teach margin and roll and all that kind of stuff. But like I said in my message here, there's many people actually trading futures in the course with that strategy. They modify that strategy.
Yeah, and that's an intraday strategy as well. So
Yes.
Ethan, so let me pull up the Discord channel. Um, he's very involved in our Discord. So actually, our students are super engaged as well. So you're going to get this is something else I should mention. You get access to our Discord channel. So one of the things you'll see here is if you type in up here like Ethan H. So if I click this, he's in here yesterday at 1:30. He's asking questions, and he's been with us since cohort 2, which is over a year and a half ago now.
Hmm.
But yeah, he's constantly providing, and he's a day trader, so he's constantly providing his insights and seeing like this is a killer. So if I click on this one, he says comparing the long short strategy. He's looking at different this momentum strategy, and he's absolutely killing it. So from January, he's up from 0 to looks like 40 points. All right. Whereas the Dow Jones, SPY, and QQQ, you can see it's up around between 4 and 8%. So 44% just in the first year using this momentum strategy that he's using. And he talks about that right here. It's amazing. So this community, it's so powerful being connected to all of us, not just Jason and me, but all the other students in here that are using this the knowledge and sharing it. And we're not trying to hold, we're trying to flip everything. We could have been like a hedge fund and just, developed all this software for our own personal use. And we are doing the hedge fund route as well. But we decided to flip everything on its head and actually give out the software we're doing for the people who are committed to joining the journey with us. And that's why we wanted to do it. So, we're here not to withhold information. Our community knows that, and we're all about sharing and working together as a team in this kind of tight-knit community of about 500 traders. Okay.
Kumar asked if we're officially registered in the US and where our physical office is located. Yes, we are a Delaware LLC. Here's a screenshot. I don't know why this is a new one for me, but
Yeah, you
I
can't post
can't press
screenshots.
screenshot. If you go
No.
to state of Delaware, do Delaware LLC search, Google that, and you'll find a website. Here's the website, and you just put in Quant Science LLC at the bottom, and you can find our details there.
Okay. And I'm going to post the link for the checkout form one more time. Again, 3 days and 5 hours. I have adjusted it. It says Saturday now. So Saturday is the deadline, not Sunday. And we want to get you in by then. Then the $1,000 goes away. Okay. So again, you get everything that we talked about here. The level one training, our level two, huge discount compared to what other programs are offering. And really, this is everything that you need to become a solo trader that uses an automated, basically hedge fund trading software platform.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
we'll get the recording out. Just stay tuned to the email. Stay tuned to your email. We'll get the recording out tomorrow.
Yep.
No
Yeah, the
problem.
recording will go out tomorrow, and then through Saturday, uh, that's when it'll expire. Okay. All right, guys. So I hope to see a bunch of you in the program. I'm super excited. Again, remember, there's 17 seats gone, and that means that only 8 seats remain. Okay. So each time we have promoted this, we've sold probably 10 to 12 seats. Okay. So the competition is high. Get in there as soon as you can, and feel free to ask us any questions. Here's my email if you guys do have any questions on the content that we shared today. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much, Jason.
Yeah, thanks, Matt.
Awesome job. Awesome demo. You crushed it, man. I was
Thanks,
I
dude.
was sweating bullets there for a second. I was like, man, is this thing gonna work? Oh, live
Always
demo.
works. It
Yeah.
has never not worked. We've done this what
Yeah.
for 2 years now. You
Yeah, we've
have the
we've been
faith.
developing software a long time too,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm pretty confident in it. All right, guys. We will catch you guys soon. Hope to see a bunch of you in the program. And yeah, this we want you to go on the journey with us. So this is the pathway forward. You're gonna basically get our hedge fund. All right.
All right. Cheers, guys. Take care, Matt.
All right. See you guys. Bye bye.
Bye.
Recording